You know guys, we've been collecting some of the best Spider-Man figures of all time as of recent, and this 2099 Spidey is no exception. But today, we may be talking about the worst 6-scale Spider-Man figure release ever. What is up everyone, it is Riley Reviews, back again with a video here, and today is going to be a little bit different because my buddy Nick Collectibles has just received the Mondo Spider-Man, and he wanted to give his thoughts and his full in-depth review of this figure. Now, as you can see, I did just get the new 2099 Spider-Man figure, which will be coming very soon. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. Nick spent a lot of time getting this review out for you, and I'm really appreciative for him to showcase this on the channel. And if you did enjoy the content, hit the like, hit that subscribe, and bang the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. And let me know in the comments what you think about this figure. And also make sure to check out Nick's channel and Instagram. His links will be found in the description below. But with all that being said, take it away, Nick.
You heard it here first. That's right. My video. This is my video. There's no Riley today. You know, I know some of you guys don't like the kid, but it's okay because I'm here. I'm a nice guy, you know? I'm a nice guy. I try to be funny. I try to be entertaining. I hope you guys enjoy the video. So, my first review. We're looking at the Mondo Spider-Man. Now, let me give you some context here, okay? I obviously collect Hot Toys. I collect Hot Toys in art. I've had a sideshow figure or two, right? But Mondo, that's new to me. It's new. New things kind of scare me. But Mondo caught my attention. They did. Moons ago, we saw the prototype images of these amazing looking Spider-Man animated series figures. And let me tell you something, I'm a Spider-Man guy. And I'm a Spider-Man guy who grew up on the Spider-Man animated series. No cap! No cap. I grew up on that series, and I've been wanting some the figures for that show. Hasbro tried it. Did not like them. And I just don't do 6-inch. So here comes Mondo. I pre-ordered the Venom, and I pre-ordered this Spider-Man. And here's Spider-Man walking into my room right now. And again, for context, I'm going to say it straight off the bat. Look, honestly, I was nervous. I was scared. I was. It was a whole new world for me. And there was a part of me that was like, should I even buy this? I hate jointed figures. Like, it's just not my thing anymore. But it's an animated character. There was that part of me that was like, honestly, I'm willing to put that aside for a cartoon character, my favorite cartoon. I have to do it. So I pulled the trigger, and here he is. And, I mean, come on. We're not dumb. You're seeing the thumbnail. It's right here. Worst figure ever? Is that just clickbait? Or is that my feelings? It could be clickbait. Very much could be. So, you're going to have to stay tuned for the rest of this video and hear my thoughts. Because I'm an honest guy. And if there's one thing in this community I know people love more than anything, it's honesty, transparency, translucency, and they just want the truth, damn it. And I'm going to give you the truth about this Mondo Spider-Man. Let's get into it. Alright guys, we're going to start right here with the box. The box looks pretty nice. I like the artwork. I like the fact that you can open it up and you can see the figure. But that's about it. Alright, now it's time for the accessories. Everything that comes inside this box. We're going to start with this lower tray first. So, as you can see, we get these little web accessories, right? It's this big white goo web. It's made of this rubbery material. It's very rubbery and squishy, and yeah, it's okay. It looks like it connects to the webbing. I haven't tried it, but looks like it does. I bet it works. Cool, you get 2 of those. Then you get some web shooting hands with the webs attached. You get 2, obviously 1 for each. You get a left and a right. There's a short one, like this one here. And then you get the long one, which we're about to take a look at. And oh, wouldn't you look at that. We're going to run into our first issue of the night here, ladies and gentlemen. No joke, I opened the figure. You guys saw it live on my Instagram. The hand came broken. Take a look at that. The web is very much broken. It's a very poor connection. It's this big rubber web. It's supposed to be bending wire, which sure, cool, I guess. But like, it's doesn't work. Next up, we got the display stand. You know, I do appreciate including something for a stand. It's better than nothing. However, it is not very good. It is a cheap little doll stand. I hate these. You could have put some cool design on it. You could have at the very least just printed Spider-Man on it. But no, you just get this little doll stand. You just, like bro, it just goes around his waist. What is he, a Barbie? Like, no, bro, this thing's $200. And then also, look at this. It's got a little smudge on it. You see that? And then onto the final tray, we got a bunch of the stuff up here. We got the interchangeable hands. First off, we got the thwippers, as some may call them, web swinging hands. Of course, as always, a left and a right. They are sculpted nicely. The paintwork is very iffy on some of these hands, I'm not gonna lie. The paintwork, hand to hand, very much varies. You could see some black, like overspray, some red going into the black, some chipping of the paint. It's just not very good. This goes for all the hands, not just the swinging hands. You can see, you do get this camera accessory, which is the best painted thing in this entire figure. I'm gonna say it right now. It is the best painted thing by far. Look at this. Look at this thing. The paint is so clean. There's so many variations of color. Again, they're like this little web spraying effect kind of thing. You know, looks okay. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. It looks like milk, but whatever, fine. It's a cartoon. You also get this unmasked little accessory, which is sculpted cool. It's sculpted very nicely. I like the way it's painted with the little cell shading effect, the shadow, the back of it. Very, very cool. That's nice. We'll talk more about that later. And then you get this unmasked Peter Parker sculpt, which for me, I think this is the highlight of the figure. I think the head sculpt looks great. I do have critiques about it. We'll talk about that later, but it does look very nice for the most part. Okay, now onto the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, unwrapping him. There it is, Mondo Spider-Man. And come on, we gotta be realistic here, right? At first glance, this figure looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I know I for sure was thinking to myself, hey, I like this. I like the way this looks. The cell shading looks cool. The colors are vibrant. They're accurate from what I remember to the cartoon. Like, it's got all these little details. It's got all the details. And then for me, the big thing with me, and you all know me, proportions. The proportions on this figure are fantastic. So like overall, just by looking at this figure, right? Just bare bones looking at him, the proportions, the paint, like if you're just looking at him from where you guys are at right now, right? It looks good. I'm not gonna say it doesn't. It looks good. And I was very much impressed. And there's still a part of me that doesn't really like it. I mean, like I said, I'm an honest guy. I mean, I did not come in here to hate this figure or anything. The cell shading effect on it is cool and all, like this little shadow back here. It's very, very cool. So, that is nice. Now, if we're talking about appearance, we have to talk about what's wrong with the appearance, because there are things wrong with it, right? So what's wrong with the appearance? Oh boy, this is where the QC issues really kick in. So unfortunately, the first thing I noticed that was wrong with this figure is on his shoulders. You can see there's this big little area where the shoulder is just misaligned completely. I don't know how anyone missed that at the factory. I am convinced that not a single human being looked at these figures. Oh my god, I don't know how this thing got past QC. So you have this. It's on almost every single one I've seen. I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 of them will come with this issue. So that sucks. You can also see there's one extra web line at the top that just doesn't make it to the web line. So that's weird. Also, the neck. The neck is poorly painted. You have this, like, these two little web lines here at the top that just appear and disappear out of nowhere. And you can also see the paint is like bleeding. And then you get to the other side. So look at this. Look at this. You got 1, 2, 3 webs here, right? Look at the other side. You get way more on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 web lines. Where did all this come from? Like, and I checked the animated series. It's not accurate. I checked the proto. It's not on the proto. So no, this is not intended. It's not intended. You can also see on the bottom of the neck when you move his head up that the paint just stops on one side. The other side goes all the way down, but his right side of his neck doesn't go down. I don't understand how that happens. Okay, whatever. You know, fine. What are we at here issues wise? We got 3 issues. We got a broken hand. We have a messed up shoulder and a messed up neck. Hey, Nick. Maybe it's not the end of the world. Okay, fine. Maybe it's not the end of the world. Ew. Hold on. What is this? He's got like grease or something coming out of him. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is Mondo puts in these figures, but all of his joints, when I was like playing around with this figure, he's got like grease or some shit coming out of him, guys. Like this dude, clearly this figure was already afraid of me because he's pissing his pants quite literally. His joints, the second you move any of them, it's got some sort of substance coming out of them. Everywhere, out of his shoulders, out of his legs, out of his abdomen, his neck. It's disgusting. It's like, it's greasy, it's nasty. I don't like it.
He stinks and I don't like him.
Look at that. Look. It's all shiny. Ew. It's gross. Actually, hold up. Look at this. Look at this. As I was ending this whole thing, look, there's more of it right here on his shoulder. If you can see it right here. It's like literally dripping. It's a black goo. It's black. Like, bro's got a real life symbiote in this figure. Oh my god. But okay, whatever. Let's talk about. Let's put the unmasked head on, right? Hold on. I
2 hours later.
I got it. Okay, so here's the unmasked head on the body, and look, like I said, I think this is the highlight of the figure easily. The head sculpt itself, the sculpt is perfect. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say the word. The sculpt itself is perfection. It is peak Spider-Man. Is there any critiques I have? Yeah, there's some critiques. They painted him yellow. His skin's yellow. It's a little weird. But being it's like the one nice thing I have to say about the figure, I won't judge them on that. It's okay, fine. Okay, so you want to display him unmasked, right? So we're gonna probably put his unmasked accessory in his hand. So let's do that. Oh. All right. Well, the way he holds it is from the top of his hand. So I guess we'll just have him holding it. We'll just have him holding it like it's ice cream. I don't know. Strange choice for sure. Alrighty, let's get to the big thing we got here. Articulation. Now this is a fully jointed figure, obviously, so I'm expecting some high class articulation here, because why would it be fully exposed joints if you're not gonna have good articulation, right? So he's got a double ball peg in the head, and it moves a lot. This goes for both heads. It has really good head articulation, which is nice. He's also got a ball joint in the neck. I think a double ball peg there too. It does move back and forth, and not much side to side. Now let's move his shoulder. Okay. Left shoulder can only move in a 5 POA kind of thing. He can just swivel it. He can swivel. Whatever, we'll use the other arm. The other arm does in fact move. It goes out about 90 degrees, which, sure, okay, that's pretty good, right? He's got a bicep swivel, which of course you're gonna have. You're gonna have a bicep swivel. He's got double jointed elbows. Hold on. You see this? Hold on. Am I bugging? Look at this. This is double jointed. Why is it? What's going on here? Hold on. If only I can move this one. You guys are seeing this, right? Why is his left arm moving more than his right? I have the wrong arm on my figure. After some Sherlock Holmesing this figure, it turns out he has a left arm forearm on his right arm, and it is backwards. It is very much backwards, so that is why his arm goes the opposite way and does not go all the way. So that is a absolutely horrendous mistake there. Let's finish this, hurry up. Ball joint in the wrist, it's fine. By the way, I have to admit, the joints on this figure are stupidly tight on almost everything. The shoulders are ridiculously tight, the bicep swivel, the elbows. This torso joint, it moves okay, it doesn't get too much range. Holy crap, it is tight. It barely moves and I feel like it's gonna snap. But it gets a little bit of back and forth, which is cool. It barely swivels because, again, it feels like it's gonna break. Now let's move his legs. We can see here it goes back and forth, which is fine. It goes out. You can see the leg is loose. We'll talk about that in a bit. The leg likes to drop back down a little bit. He's got double jointed knees, which is cool, and they're sculpted really nicely, actually, I will say. It looks pretty natural. And then he has foot articulation. He has really good ankle pivot, really good ankle articulation. And you know what? The good thing with Mondo is that all their joints are tight, right? No. The one joint on this figure that should be tight is indeed the loosest joint on the whole figure, ladies and gentlemen. The feet. I can slap these things around. His feet are unusable. He's got a toe joint, which, hey, toe joints are cool, right? But a toe joint is useless if the feet are loose. How am I ever gonna pose him on his toes if man can't even stand? The man can't stand. Okay, whatever. Oh, hold on. I forgot one piece of articulation, sorry. He's got a thigh swivel. So let me show you the thigh swivel. You can rotate it. You gotta be kidding me, right? You saw it here first. This figure is now self-inflicting pain onto itself. Not only is this figure pissing itself with grease and oil coming out of the joints, this figure is self-harming himself. He does not want to be here, and I do not want him here either. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say anymore. You saw it here first. The figure has one job, to pose, right? To pose. And all I did was pose the thigh the way it's supposed to be posed. I moved it the slightest bit to the left, and the figure harmed itself. What can be said? Let me see what defenses some of you fans got in the comments, because I don't know how you can defend that. All I did was do what the figure is advertised to do. To action. And he can't be called to action. Because he can't stand, he can't pose without harming himself, and he's greasy. I don't really know what to do here. I mean, the figure has one job, to pose. And the whole point of what I assume being a jointed figure is the fact that you can pose. So if I buy a Hot Toy Spider-Man, I can't pose it because it's got a cloth. If I buy a Mondo Spider-Man that's exposed, I can't pose it because he hurts himself. He inflicts self-harm and greases up. Not only that, he just doesn't pose that good. He just doesn't pose good at all. Bro, I got this SH Figure Arts here. Look at this. Number one, no paint rub anywhere on this figure. I've had this figure in hundreds of poses. No paint rub, nothing. I also got this Roman Reigns figure. This has been played with by children. Do you see any paint rub? Look, there's no paint rub on Roman Reigns. Acknowledge him. Acknowledge this man because he is invincible. Unlike Spider-Man by Mondo, who inflicts self-harm. I just don't get it. I don't get it. What is the upside to paying $240 like I did for this jointed mess of a figure if he can't even pose that good? What's the point? Just buy Hot Toys at that point. For $10 more, you can get $20.99, and that figure poses amazing. What's the upside? What, he comes with a few accessories? He can't even hold the mask. He can barely hold the mask. He can't hold the camera. The webs came broken. The base sucks. But hey, he looks okay, right? I'm butthurt. I'm butthurt. I spent a lot of money on this thing, and he sucks. He sucks real hard. I got the worst copy possible. I really did. I got the worst copy possible. And like I said earlier in the video, it's my first time buying Mondo. I put a lot of trust into them. I did. I was really, really, really excited for this figure. It was like one of these things I was super excited for. And I'm not gonna lie, you let me down hard. Let me down hard, man. So, I gave you a shot. You failed. And look, I talked to Mondo. This is getting returned. It's cool that they do that. They'll also, listen, even if I wanted to keep it, they will send you replacement parts. I'm going to be honest. That is cool, sure. But the fact is, it shouldn't be an issue in the first place. And we all can agree on that. And I don't think it's cool that in the Mondo groups, if you speak up and you say, hey, you know, I think it sucks that my figure came damaged, all these people come running to be like, yeah, but they're going to fix it. Who cares? What do you mean, who cares? Bro, I spent $250 on this piece of shit. It shouldn't be like that. And I know for a fact almost every single one of them has some sort of bad thing with them. I canceled my Venom. I'm returning this. It's a damn shame. It really, really is. It sucks. So, time to answer the question. Worst figure ever? Maybe not to you. Maybe not to your neighbor. But to me, this is the worst figure I've ever held in my life. It is. Yeah. Genuinely the worst figure I myself have ever seen in person, have ever held. It's a damn shame. Can't say I didn't try though. Alright guys, I think it's time we wrap up this video. I'm very disappointed by this figure. I wanted to love it. I can't love it. It sucks. I hate it. I could be meaner. And I planned to be meaner in this video, but now I kind of feel bad being so mean, so I'm not going to do that. But, yeah, quite the video we had here. So again, look, Riley's channel, like the video, comment, subscribe to Riley. He's got some cool stuff coming. I know he's got In-Art Paul Atreides. I also have In-Art Paul Atreides coming. In-Art Paul Atreides, Spider-Man 2099 on the way. A lot of stuff coming to his channel. Follow my Instagram. I got some cool stuff, some cool pictures and all that. And we can just talk. I'm a nice guy, you know? I like to talk to people. Why not? Make some friends. So, alright guys. Thanks for watching. I hope I edit this very well. I don't know. Bye.
Give me a chance. Just give me a chance.
Perhaps I mistreated you unfairly.